feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no.
Let me go check the donations here. We're having a sidebar real quick while we check the donations and, all right, we're on the King Akademiks page. Here we go. The Fifth House. Thank you for the 5. Oh, I could tell. This is one of our beautiful chat queens. Yo, chat, I'm so happy. And I've been meeting a lot of y'all. There's so many beautiful women that are chat queens. Y'all better not harass these women and ostracize them out of this community. I love my chat queens. Oh, she looks pretty. She looks really pretty. The Fifth House. Thank you, girl. She says, Ak, I'm so proud of you for eating healthy today and drinking tea. I'm drinking some liquor on the side, too, being honest. But thank you, and I'm glad you're proud of me. Thank you for that. She said, be good to yourself, my brother. Keep it up. The OG creator, thank you for the 2, says, yo, produced by Ye at the end, says it all. You think that's Ye's greatest production? Holy. Rami Ortiz, thank you for the 2. Good Times Jackson says, yo, this is Hot Rod from G Unit, by the way. Hot Rod, what's good, my brother? We might need your input on this, man. What's going on, Hot Rod? Y'all remember Hot Rod from G Unit? He's in the chat. Joshua Bendecore says, here we go. Fruits. We're on fruits today, okay? Good Times Jackson, thank you for the 10. He says, it's Ye. It's Ye. Me and Ye was messing around with the mutual chick. What the fuck? Wait, hold on now, nigga. Wait, what? Did this nigga just like volunteer that him and Kanye are Eskimo brothers? Good Times Jackson, you know you're doxing yourself, but whatever. Says Ye. Me and Ye was messing with a mutual chick. And she said Ye asked her if she knew anyone who could clap Kim's cheeks in front of him and sign an NDA. I was down, but Ye never locked it in. Nigga, he was not with Kim Kardashian. He was not with Kim Kardashian in 2023. When did they break up? You lying like a motherfucker. When did Kim Kardashian and Kanye break up? This is in 2021. Remember, this is in the middle of their thing, so it got to be 2020, late 2022, but I think it's 2023 or 2024. So you're lying. Good Times Jackson, you're lying. Captain D-Hard, pause. So we need to find out who the rapper was. This is wild. I'm not saying it can't be Ye, but it's definitely not with Kim. Oh, thank you for the 5. So Ak, your girl Lauren said the wrong name. Young Miami birthday is a couple days apart from 50 BM in February. It's not Gina. You heard what? When a player got too many women who born in the same month, can't make it special for all of them, huh? Young Miami birthday. Let's Google it. February 11th. Daphne Joy birthday. February 8th. Diddy can't clone himself. Can't clone himself. Now, you know Young Miami was going to be on Instagram talking hella shit if he not there for her. So what he probably would have said, Daphne, I'm going to give you a rain check. I'm going to do a big one for you. Or let's do your birthday early. Then I could leave to get to Young Miami because Young Miami was tolerating that shit. Rick Grimes, think of it too. Say, yo, Ak, y'all Jamaican dog. You know you need some more tea. Brother, fuck with you. Marsalis Woods. He says Logic and Sean G was live together with a shout out, Ak. They gave a shout out. Appreciate both of them. Hype Exotic Worldwide says, yo, Big Ak, fuck the people that hate. Fuck the people that hate people like me. We need people like you. Been a chat nigga for over 6 years. You kept me here when I lost my grandmother. Thanks again. Those messages is why I've started to stream more consistently. I know I've helped you guys a lot in very dire times. I love you, okay? Rest in peace to your grandmother, okay? Lady Shan, she says, you are 50 baby moms. Diddy can't make you his wife. Is she dumb? There we go. Hype Exotic, this was earlier. It's like, grab some hot tea, man. Those of us that work 9 to 5s, we need you, bro. Ain't nothing bigger. Ain't nothing bigger, boss. Much love from ATL. Appreciate you. Poppy Chulo says, man, fuck that goddamn Toronto show. Give us a long stream, Hack. Let's do it, chat. AJ Pastrana says, yo, go, but only if you link with Drake after. Shit, I think Toronto Secret Service watching Drake right now. Or whatever police department is making sure he don't do no dumb shit. Okay, we read the rest of them. Ant Gaiman says, Ack, Ye been defending Diddy all year on social media. Wasn't Ye dropping that song about him and his cousin? Maybe it was a play to get in front of all of this. He's had trauma since he's been young. I'm going to be honest with you. I never seen Ye admit to the cuckery. Didn't he say he wanted to see, he had a fantasy of him and Drake fucking Kim? I'm like, what? Then he said in one song that he wants somebody to fuck his wife. He's been admitting to some of this cuckoldry that could be linked to what Diddy was into. We still don't know for sure if it's him. Let me get over to the Academy page. We're just reading some donations until we get some new updated tweets. They're probably going to break for lunch shortly. Then we'll get the people coming out of court giving us a detailed breakdown of what we probably missed. Andy Sama says, so she started the fight. Thank you for saying that. Tenny Garagos is basically mentioning, I know we're saying that Diddy put his hands on you, but you did put your hands on him first, right? That was kind of seen. Eddie Eightdolf, thank you for the 2. He just sent it in. He said it was Nipsey. You guys can figure out the date on this. He didn't know her around the time of Nipsey. Nipsey died in 2019. Nipsey passed away in 2019, people. Okay? So it can't be Nipsey. Miss R. Jensen, which, by the way, what it tells me, if there's 8 people in the room watching people fuck, and the rapper says, I wonder who else is into this type of shit. There's a underground community of many rappers or people in the industry that's into this. It's been well hidden. Aaron A, thank you for the 10. Or the 5, I mean. Sincere Poppy, thank you for the 2. Says January 2024 was the Vegas trip. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. My boy. Sincere Poppy. I like when you guys do research with me. Kanye West 2024 Las Vegas. Was he in Vegas in 2024? Let's see. They said, let's figure out the time. No, this was the end of 2024 now. So if you're saying January, let's try to figure out January. Kanye and his wife, Bianca, spotted at the Wynn. It's 47 degrees. Bianca was barefoot, wearing a bikini top. January 8th, 2024. Yo. Give my man a gifted sub. We figured it out, gang. I think, listen. I didn't even know Ye was, he was with Bianca at that point. Yeah. It's Ye. Come on. Nah, that's crazy. But okay. Huh. I can't. So he was there on the 8th, but then we also see him there on the 12th of the next month too. He's throwing a concert in the middle of Vegas. Looked like he was doing a lot of stuff in Vegas, even though I think there was a rollout though for that album. A year ago, January 8th, they've been spotted in Vegas all week. They were spotted all week, chat. Okay. We're going to go 75% is probably yay. With all due respect. With all due respect. Let's get to some more tweets, y'all. The judge says, let's break. So now they're at lunch. Somebody said, Swiss Beats and Alicia, the sex ring may be linked. Most hated gold, thank you for the 5. Says Swiss Beats and Alicia, what about them? The sex ring may be linked to the boule. The sex worker did mention that during the cop interview. Chat, part 2 of this Ye interview going to be real interesting now. Part 2 of this interview with me and Ye is going to be real interesting now. It's going to be real interesting.
That works with Mark Garibas. Mark Garibas, the music companies, who represents the media and entertainment in the United States. Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes, which is Gruber Mercedes.
Perfect and perfect. Thank you for the 20. He said, I'm just contributing to that fruit fund. Come on now. Fruits. Come on now. I would say Fruitademics, but that don't sound too right. Sound gay, huh? Fruitademics don't sound too good. Don't sound too good. Don't sound too good. Don't sound too good.
Out of New York. Okay. So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay, because they.
We're gonna get back to the part where he says, or he talks about the boule, which is supposed to be the black Illuminati. We did get some audio leaked. We got some audio leaked. Here we go. Wow. There's another mistrial on one of Harvey Weinstein trials? Didn't he have a mistrial before? The fuck is this? Oh, there was a plane that crashed. Here we go. This was a message. Remember, he called Jane Doe, Daphne Joy, his crack pipe. One in the chat if you know about them ones. You ever call a girl your crack pipe? Y'all never did that? Me neither. I don't know what Diddy was on. Let's hear the audio.
Hey, baby, we had a great time. Stay in the light. It's all good. Get your rest. You are the pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP?
What?
But yeah, I want you to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like so much fun. So much fun. Now go rest up. Get in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Got your contract. Find a nice little spot. Put your mind at.
Nigga said you got your contract. Holy shit. I've never seen a nigga this more excited. He just realized there's probably been a dozen niggas ran up in her guts. And he's calling her the crack pipe. This is after, I believe, the Turks trip, I believe. Yeah, they went to Turks early 2023. They came back and his new nickname for her is a crack pipe. Damn, Diddy had a way with nicknames, huh? You my crack pipe. I wonder who the fuck he called you my syringe. What the hell?
It's all good. Get your rest. You are the pipe. That's my new name for you, pipe. Or should I call you CP? But
I wonder who he used to call Perk 30.
Yeah, I want you to stay in the light. You know what I'm saying? We had a very, very good time together. Like so much fun. So much fun.
Damn, this nigga's excited.
Now go rest up. Get in your bag.
Sad when you gotta say go rest up. You done taken so many cocks. Rest up, baby girl.
You know what I'm saying? Got your contract. Find a nice little spot.
Might have been an all-star freak off for the re-up in the contract.
Put your mind at ease. And, yeah, I had a great time. And I really, really want you to get some rest. I didn't know about you throwing up and all that. That's when I was like, hold up a second. All right, get some rest, baby. Love. So if you come in for 24 hours, yeah, you always wanted to set some up. So now you got the opportunity. So set some up for tomorrow night. That last vision we had was Dawn and ATL.
Oh, shit.
See you put it together, baby.
Damn. By the way, trifecta Kush, thank you for the 5. It says, Ak. Cassie was wearing Yeezy merch when Diddy was beating her. Ye got the same logo tatted on his arm. Yeah, the 2016. Yeah, this is, yeah, you're actually right. Yeah, yeah. What logo is this? This is some Ye shit though, right? And they said Ye got that tatted on his arm. Kanye West's arm tattoos. What's that symbol called? I seen it around the time with like, yeah, this shit right here. Kanye West. It's called the Quad M. I'm gonna take your word for that. Yeah, Kanye, so he does have this. This is his Reddit. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, guys. Somebody said, you know, Jonathan already said Ross and Khaled are gay in the video. I do know that. Ruger Red, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Appreciate you, my boy. Big Dog Pops says, W Mama Demics. Appreciate you. Somebody says, maybe Kanye's clear. He said, maybe Kanye's clear. Because Ye was spotted, supposedly, in LA on the 24th. If it happened on the 20th, so they said on the 23rd, Ye was in California. Can't be him. I mean, California is not that far from Vegas, but they're saying it appears that it wasn't Ye. I don't know. K Flock's attorney said, Big Ack, I need you to put someone in charge of Freaky Chat next week. I'm going on vacation to Colorado. There ain't nothing bigger, nigga. Do we need another mod in the academy? Let me know. Perfectly Imperfect, thank you for the 2. She says, Stream is so fire. Green Band says, I'm in Toronto. Just bless me with the tickets. I'm going to go record Scissors BBL just for the chat. Tweez B says, hey, Ak, I'm tripping. Am I tripping or not? Thinking about the Diddy tapes and who's on them anymore. We only talking about Diddy's hoes. What about the other parties? Well, this is what they were arguing about. It seemed like Diddy wanted to name niggas. Basically almost saying, Shorty, you were helping these other niggas do the same thing I was. So you trying to say they sex trafficking too? Okay. Ye was in the win for Bianca's birthday. Ye was in the win for Bianca's birthday. It was January 5th to the 7th. Do y'all remember Ye sex worker for his wife's birthday? You never seen that? They exposed him for it. Look, Ye, sex worker, Kanye, What's that white girl name again? That white girl snitched on him. What's her name? Chat, what's that white girl? Oh, man. Big titties. What's her name? What's that white girl name? She snitched on him on a podcast. Chat, you know what I'm talking about. Come on now. She was with Adam 22 and them niggas. Little freak a leak. Kanye, come on now, chat. Y'all fucking with me. Come on. It was. Come on. Somebody says Tion Tiny. No, it's not Yes Jules. Come on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. No. Sky Bri. Sky Bri snitched on him. Kanye, Sky Bri. Look. Y'all remember this? They were on a podcast together. It was one of them little LA podcasts. Look. Right here. No. Shit. Sky Bri. Let me just look up Sky Bri. And they said he wanted to get Dread. Somebody named Dread. Look.
Wife Dread for Christmas.
Look.
He got his wife Dread for Christmas. That was his
He
Christmas.
probably honestly did.
That's
I feel like
so
they're
sweet.
into like the craziest kinky shit.
I sent them 5 girls. I'm happy
Did
to
you
say.
really?
Yeah. I'm happy to say.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you lying?
I swear, Liam, have I sent 5 people to Kanye? Yeah. And I didn't sign an NDA. I can say it.
Okay, pimp.
That's crazy.
I never got a thank you. He got his wife Dread for Christmas. No.
So you might have got Dread for Christmas.
Dread for Christmas. That was his
He
Christmas.
probably honestly.
Wife Dread for Christmas.
Wow.
No, he is very out in Indonesia and he's also born in Hawaii. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because otherwise I'll be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me and they've had Smart Ghetto has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
Yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alright.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter.
Is a
Okay?
who supporter?
Hamas.
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 Yeah.
Sorry, I said the wrong.
No worry.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian, okay? The Ciroc agenda, okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on a youth. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they kill them, you gain fame. When your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous, okay? That's how they do it, alright? Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
He's in Cuba. Basically, what happens is the following. The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to involve DEA. They move all the dope, on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs.
By the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Jit, but it's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
How do I know?
He calls it what?
Alright, he calls it G-Jit, but it's liquid cocaine. It's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Jit, but it's liquid cocaine.
Alright.
How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
But let me bring it back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Sure.
I mean, how did all of this? I think I better.
That you must say this, and they give it to you.
Gotcha. Yeah.
His assassination is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's an agenda they perpetrate.
We'll get back to the event.
I got like 30 years ago.
Mother and father.
A message to the American public, a wake-up call, etc. So there's only there's select few of that run the country, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I know you may or may not. I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay.
Okay.
They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated.
I got you.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. They're in the group, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do sexual pedophilia, they do animal abuse, killing of animals, blood sacrifices, and everything in the Bohemian Grove. Okay,
right.
The Bohemian Grove, the Bushes go there. George C. and George, both of them are in the same agenda. They cousins with the Clintons. Okay, so is Donald Trump. He's also a distant cousin. So if you see, there's a direct correlation of the presence of the United States being bonded between family ties, okay?
Gotcha.
All these family ties, while not go back to the same place, the royal family in England, okay?
I want to get to this part you talk about the boule.
Donald turned his back, okay? So they have a picture of Donald dead in gender. That's why he's so famous.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Here we go.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah,
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself
Yeah.
these days. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he's part of what's called the boule. The
boule.
The boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay, I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist.
Okay.
Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she, took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
Okay. I had settlement with Sean. okay? And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes.
Okay. All right.
Came with the search warrant and raided my office. And when they let me know that they had already been following me for 6 months, that also let me know, Monica, I see you, baby. Thank you for that super chat. That they had already met with all of the people that they had gotten to flip against me and testify against me if I took my case to trial. I didn't take my case to trial because I knew I was busted. Because the undercover agent, it was a black girl undercover agent, told me she went to a historically black college, but she worked for the FBI, and she wore a camera-on coat, and she wore a microphone, and she filmed me and her's whole interaction of doing her taxes. And when me and my lawyer went to meet with the feds,
All right. Cool.
pulled up to like $450,000. Now, focus on what you need to feel better. Let's figure out how we can help you feel better. Let's focus on the solution. Puffy texts her on 12/27. So what's the solution? I don't want to fight. How do we move on? Jane Doe texts him back. I lifted you up in those rooms with those hotel nights. I took a lot in them hotel nights. So by this time, the feds is tapping probably both their phones, reading their text messages and all that. Jane Doe then stepped to Puffy like, I need $100,000 a year for 3 years. I need you to keep paying the rent.
Wow.
You understand? Which equaled up to like $450,000. Now she got the upper hand because Puffy wounded.
He getting squeezed.
Feds is on him. Tanny Garagos asked her, are you planning to file a lawsuit against Puff? She said no. Around this time, December 2023, January 2024, now Jane Doe is talking to her friends about the abuse. Puffy abused her. And one of her friends told her, well, you set the tone for the relationship, so what do you expect and how do you expect to treat him? Jane Doe then went to Las Vegas and then she went to Paris. And while she was over in Paris, she said, now I need to find me a Saudi prince.
What? You see, chat, none of these chicks said let's find a regular man. Cassie is saying, oh, I should have been with Jay. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if I would leave Diddy, I got to see if I can get Jay. Daphne is saying, 50 my baby daddy already. I'm with Diddy. If I leave Diddy, I got to go get a Saudi prince. Holy.
Puffy left you alone, but still paid your rent, and he never threatened you about the rent. No. Around this time, January 2024, some dude named Bear gave her $9,000. She asking Bear, come over to the crib. She said, come over to the crib. Bear sent her $9,000. I think she does some promotion for some of his companies. Now, there was a big argument about this part. Mark Agnifilo stood up, that's Puffy's lead attorney, and he was saying, Your Honor, we agreed that Jane Doe can testify anonymously. Cool. But none of her testimony, nor none of the names of the people in her testimony should be anonymous. Now, check me out. Jane Doe gets on a private jet with an iconic rapper, a rapper who's an icon. I need y'all to think about who this could be and put this in the comment section. Who is very close to Puffy, has done music with Puffy, and is friends with Puffy. Jane Doe gets on a private jet with this rapper, and they say girlfriend, and the rapper's girlfriend, he's at the top of the music industry, he's recorded with Puff, and he's friends with Puff. And they fly to Las Vegas, but they won't say the rapper's name. They won't say the rapper's name. Check me out. Now, when they get to Vegas, Antoine is there in Vegas, and Antoine is one of the male entertainers that Jane Doe reached out to on Instagram. That nigga is at the Vegas joint. They go to dinner. And Antoine was aware that Jane Doe traveled with this rapper and his girlfriend to Vegas. They went to a play, they went to dinner, they went to a strip club, and then they went back to the hotel. When they get back to the hotel, it's about 7 to 8 of them. They walk into the hotel room, and Antoine is having sex, knocking down this honey on the bed. And all 7 to 8 people is standing around watching Antoine have sex with this girl. This was at the Encore Hotel. The rapper.
Some people think it's Ross, because Ross, but I don't know if it was Rick Ross by Star Island house. Remember he bought a house. When did he buy this house? He bought it in August 15, 2023. That means he became Diddy's neighbor very shortly after. Ross has always had a relationship with Diddy. It could be Ross. It could be Ye. Ross has a private jet. Ye has access to many private jets. But also somebody says Khaled. Khaled has his own private jet too. We the best. Airlines.
The rapper on whose plane and with whose girlfriend Jane Doe flew out there with started flirting with Jane Doe. Jane Doe pull her shirt up and show her titties.
Only reason I was saying it can be Ross is that I think Ross would have threw it in 50's face long time ago. I got your baby mama with me and she doing X, Y, and Z. I fucked your bitch, even if he didn't. But once y'all around sex together, you're going to throw it in 50's face. I done fucked your baby moms. What are you talking about? Or maybe Ross wouldn't say that because he's trying to protect her. I don't know.
You told the government, this is Tenny Garagos, you told the government.
Somebody said, we got to eliminate DJ Khaled out of this nonsense. DJ Khaled says he don't eat vagina. He says a nigga who's scared of eating vagina can't be a nigga who's into a freak. Blind girls read too. She says, it's Rick Ross. His birthday is January 28th, which makes sense for them to have a birthday bash in 2024 in Las Vegas. They're saying Rose Let's Google it. When is Rick Ross' birthday? The 28th. Rick Ross' birthday, 2024, Las Vegas. Let's go. We gotta go to 2024. Rick Ross was at Dre's in Las Vegas, chat, in 2024. Look, it's an Eventbrite. Eventbrite. Rick Ross was at Dre's 4 days before the date, chat. 4 days before the date. Holy. 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 Rick Ross, we got pictures. No, this is 19 weeks ago. Nah, this is this year. This year we need 2024. 2024. Let's look at his 48th birthday. Rick Ross' 48th birthday. Where did that go down at? Rick Ross and Nia Long. No, that's Floyd 48th. Rick Ross and his 27-year-old girlfriend are crowned at his 48th birthday party. And they said he started his 48th birthday in a celebration at the Paris Fashion Week. Let's see this. Where is this at?
Rose may use that apply to his music may not be the same instinct.
Where is this at? You can always see with the bottle service. Here we go. Okay. Bel Air. Let's watch the sign. Okay.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hold up now. Hold on now.
Morning glory.
Thanks for.
Where was that at, chat?
B-Day, hold your Bel Air bottles up, send it to me. Tag official Bel Air, tag the biggest boss. We going hard all week, baby. Let's celebrate. Toast. Question for all my smokers. This should be on all the smoking real platforms. How much weed do you think it took the rollies? You let me update.
Part 3.
One time for all my homies that's locked up. You dig? Nigga, we on
That look like it might be Miami, y'all.
top. Nigga, don't never let no fuel in both for winter, mother. You a tourist.
I think this is in Miami, y'all. Nevertheless.
It's not okay.
Okay, nevertheless.
You flashed your breast to the room, to everybody in the room. The rapper then told Jane Doe, I always thought you were beautiful and I always wanted to fuck you. And I always had a crush on you.
Yo, Unc, what's going on, Unc? Yeah, I think Unc be doing them freak offs too. I heard that some of this brainstorming is coming from Rumble. They said, Ak, we cooking up who really it is. Let me go over. They said Ross has a jet. He could get to and from in a heartbeat. That wasn't Vegas, though. Right now, it could be Ross. It could be as well. Yeah. Ross was in Vegas around that time for sure, though. All right, come on. Get it together.
2023, 69 days. No. 16, 30, 41 days after Cassie filed her lawsuit, Jane Doe texts Cabral, "Merry Christmas." He texts her back, "Thank you, beautiful. Good morning. What time is your flight back to Atlanta?" While Jane Doe is in the hotel room with Antoine knocking down the honey and the iconic rapper with his girlfriend who was friends with Puff and did music with Puff. While in the room, Jane Doe brings up Cabral as another person they could get who's in that kind of lifestyle. Tanny Garrigo says, "Well, why would you bring that up?" Jane Doe testified, "I guess the rapper and his wife picked up the energy from me or knew me and Puff do similar things." I gotta get back in the courtroom. I got more though. I got more. I'ma see y'all in the stage, y'all. Ain't no people in the Puff. Okay. Let's keep it like it was when you was dissing me. Let's keep it like it was.
Okay, Lauren, I don't think Lauren's doing videos necessarily. All right. I think they should be back. So we don't even got a trip. Let's get back to the courtroom, okay? All right. So they break for a bit. They should be back. It's 1:44. They're back. They break. And they look like they're back before arguments, but before the jury comes in, headphones are being set up in the jury box. The defense wants to play them something sealed at the end of the cross-examination of Jane Doe. Combs is sitting and surrounded by half a dozen of his attorneys. The judge says, "I understand the government says we could break earlier tomorrow so we don't have to deal with the evidentiary issues now. Let's finish Jane's testimony. Let's get Jane back up on the damn stand." All right. Garrigo says, "While you fought, Mr. Combs was yelling, 'You're trying to get me to never see my kids again, right?' She said, 'Yes, he did scream that.' Garrigo says, 'You said he was dragging you by your hair though, right?' Jane says, 'Yeah, I was telling his ass to stop.' Garrigo says, 'Did you have his phone at this time?' She says, 'Yes.' Garrigo says, 'Did you call the woman he was with in Miami?' She says, 'Yes.' 'Did you ask her, did you go to the Grand Canyon with him?' I'm asking you, woman to woman." Jane says, "Yes." Garrigo says, "And she said, 'You're worried about the wrong things,' woman to woman." She says, "Yes." Jane says, "I told her he's beating my ass." Sean hung up the phone. She called back multiple times. His phone lit up. Garrigo says, "Did she call you a bitch?" Jane says, "Yes." Garrigo says, "Did you talk about her previous relationships?" Jane says, "Yes." Let's go figure out who the hell Diddy was with in the Grand Canyon. Diddy went to the Grand Canyon. When did Diddy go to the Grand Canyon? Let's search Sean Combs. He made a stop in Idaho. Hmm. Am I tripping? I remember he went rafting. He went on a white rafting tour or a trip. This is the trip in question. Where's the trip? Somebody said, nah, he went to Brokeback Mountain. Chat, we're trying to figure out what girl he was with. Anyway. All right. We're back at it. If you guys know some more info, let me know. Young Miami didn't go on that trip with him. Garrigo says, you called Jonathan. So after this fight, where she calls a woman, says, woman to woman, were you with this nigga at the Grand Canyon? And the chick says, woman to woman, you better worry about some other shit. Then she says, Diddy's beat my ass. Diddy grabs the phone and hangs up. The girl keeps calling back. Diddy don't answer. This after that, you went in the shower. But you claim that Diddy came in the shower with you, but he was wearing pants. Jane says, not pants, but shorts. Garrigo says, and you called him a son of a bitch, right? Jane says, I ain't call him a son of a bitch. I just called him a bitch. Garrigo says, okay, just a bitch. But you said he slapped you. She says, yes, he slapped me very, very hard. Diddy white rafting trip. Ooh, here we go. Diddy living it up before house arrest. Fancy resorts and fights. Wait, hold on. He vacationed at a fancy Wyoming. Who is this woman right here? Is this Dana Tran? Is this Dana Tran? Oh, look like it's from a TMZ article. You can find it, chat. It's from a TMZ article. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. He spent a few nights at the Amagani Luxurious Resort in Jackson Hole. according to some who worked at the hotel. He was traveling with a woman and another man. A woman and another man. And we're told he spent the first day at a resort pool where Diddy was wearing a wetsuit with booties. This is Diddy. This is the woman right here. This is Diddy. This is the woman right here. Drama unfolded at the second day of the resort. We're told he sat down for a bite in the hotel restaurant and it smelled like weed. It smelled like weed, chat. Sound like he had the munchies. He ordered steak and fries. He washed it down with some ketchup and some San Pellegrino sparkling water. Who's this woman, chat? Who's that woman right there? Who's that woman right there, chat? Is that Dana Tran, his baby moms? After the meal, we're told he got into a verbal argument with the woman he was traveling with. Things were tense. The woman was upset and pissy. She stormed off to the room after the fight. That nigga got a type. This is not Gina. Blind Girls Read, thank you for that. It says, yo, she went to Paris Fashion Week right after the Las Vegas party. So you're thinking it's Rick Ross because Rick Ross is out there in Paris too. Perfectly Imperfect, thank you for the 5. She said, Whisper Act, chill out. I need to rest up for work tonight. Thank you. I love you, girl. Who is this? Diddy Wyoming vacation also includes some white water rafting. All this was going down in the wake of the release of the infamous Cassie beatdown video and sex assault allegations. This guy's a long way from Wyoming now. Who is this woman? That's not Gina. Someone says it's somebody named Jessie May. Who is Jessie May? Jessie May. Who is Jessie May? Okay, here we go. Shade Room. It's from 2022. Diddy sparks dating rumors with fashion designer Jessie May after accidentally capturing her on Instagram.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, wow.
Check. That's the problem with live, though. God damn.
Wow. Jessie May. She's tatted up, though. Let me see, chat. I got facial recognition. This face. This face. You got him, chat. Jessie May. That's Jessie May right there. You got him. Now, the reason why we can't see the tattoos, because she's covered up. She's covered up, but I think you can see something right here. She's covered up. She's covered up, chat. You can see something right here. You can see something right there on the chest. That might be congruent with what we've seen right there. Yeah. That's her. He fucked up, did he? He fucked up, chat. Did he fucked up? He accidentally showed her on the Instagram. I know when a player been hiding one of his other side things. He knew all of his side pieces were watching. Let me tell you what type of nigga Diddy is. One in the chat if you know about them ones. Diddy, because Diddy's sitting next to his mama. Diddy used his mama as the excuse why he couldn't see the other chicks. Yeah, I got to be with my mom this weekend. I can't hang out with you. I love you very dearly. I got to be with my mom. He with his mom, but the side piece is over there. Come on now, chat. Come on now, look.
Oh.
You see, he's right next to his mama. Oh, shit. So that's why I don't like live. I told the rest of my bitches I wasn't going to be with no woman this weekend. This is mama time. This is mama time. One in the chat, if you ever use your mom as an excuse to play the game, to juggle, you got to juggle a few things. I would say juggle ball, but like, no. Pause. That sounds crazy.
What are you doing?
The fuck are you doing? 3 free call for you.
What's up? That's the problem with live, though. God damn.
Hi. How are you?
Can you, he took your Sean. Can you?
One in the chat, if you know your mama gonna lie with you and lie for you. 2 in the chat, if mama gonna low-key snitch because she don't like the fact that you got mad bitches. Your mama ain't really with that shit. Your mama think you should settle down and find a nice girl, so she not gonna keep up your lies. She kinda gonna snitch on you. 1 in the chat, mama with the game. Mama with the game. She'll hit the, I don't know what he doing today. I don't know where he been, but he's supposed to see me. She gonna keep the lie up. 2, your mama think you got too many girls. You need to settle down, find a nice girl from church, so she's low-key not going with your game. That's 2. Mama gonna say something. I ain't talked to him in a while. Oh, hell no, Mom. I was with you all weekend. What you mean?
Not bad, boy.
Yo, that nigga added his son so quick. Come on now.
You saw all that?
I didn't. I got a phone call, too, actually.
I'm on live still.
Oh.
She ain't learned the lesson. When he talk to you, you supposed to head nod and shake your head and give him hand signals. Soon. Not talk. Fucked up his pimp game. Okay, makes sense. Now, who is Jessie May? Let's Google her. Jessie May. Is this her? Her account is private and is verified. That's odd. But let's look at her age. You gotta look at her age. Can't be her. Can't be her. Remember the young girl they said was super young. Couldn't buy her own drink. Or maybe that's a different girl. I don't know. I'm still trying to find that 19-year-old girl he was supposed to be with. All right. This seems like the woman, though. Let's get back to the tweets, people. So you're saying after he slapped you in the shower, by the way, anything in the shower, one in the chat if you know about them ones, anything in the shower stings 10 times more. You got water coming down on you. Somebody slap you, that shit hurts 10 times more. So Garrigo says after he slaps you in the shower, he asks you to put on an outfit. She says, yeah. Garrigo says after that, you say he grabs your phone, right? Jane said, yeah. He went into the messages and he said hi to Anton in a text thread. Garrigo says, it's about the night in January you went to Las Vegas, right? Yeah. So basically, looked like he said hi to Anton, speaking about the fact that Anton and her linked in Vegas with another rapper around. Diddy was nowhere to be found. Keep in mind, this is after the feds raided Diddy's house. But Diddy's not used to being powerless. Remember, she's already flipping the script on Diddy. Yo, Diddy, I need $450,000. I need that. I needs that. Get up off that bread. The feds already came in. Get up off that bread. I don't want to. Remember, Diddy started moving a little bit different. Diddy used to call her, one of his girlfriends used to say, I'm living a polyamorous life. No, you should say I'm single. I'm polyamorous. Now Diddy, after the feds raid his house, Diddy starts saying to her, you my girl. You're my girlfriend. Buttering up. She starts to realize, oh, this sucker don't got the leverage no more. He used to proudly tell me, bitch, I'm single. I can do what I want. That's how Diddy used to put it down. Diddy not doing that no more. Thank you for that. And we did remember that point. You might be right. It says, don't listen to these niggas. It's Kanye. Bianca's birthday is January 5th. Daphne said it was for the rapper's girlfriend's birthday, not the rapper's birthday. Let's keep that in mind. Gargo says, how far is your home from the gated community to the gate? How far is your home in the gated community to the gate? A minute or two. Gargo says, so you mean like half a mile? Jane says, yes, I drove and I let Anton in. So look like Diddy sees that they linked Anton. Diddy grabs her phone. What the fuck is this? Yo, Anton, what's good, nigga? It's Diddy. They tell Anton, yo, Anton, I need you to pull up immediately now. Pull up. Come to the crib. Jane testified on this before on direct that Diddy wanted to have a conversation with Anton. So Anton comes over. She says, I drove and I let Anton in. Gargo says, all right. Remember, they eventually had a freak off. Gargo says, so y'all had champagne and tequila, but still no drugs, right? My tea's going cold. I'm wondering why. Who got that reference? It's all good. So y'all had champagne, tequila, no drugs. She said yes. Gargo says, you and Sean then go into the bedroom. You told him you went to Vegas. Yes. You told him you flash your titties to the people in the room. She said, I ain't tell him that shit. Hell no. Gargo says, did you tell him you were giving out referrals? It's like one of them Amazon codes. You ever see them? I be doing DIY shit. Like, yo, just buy your tool with my link. You know what I mean? You gave a referral to the rapper off Cabral. Did you tell him that? I ain't tell him that shit. Hell no. Hell no. Gargo says, does Mr. Combs yell at you? Or tell you, what is it? Did Mr. Combs tell at your, how could you, did he tell you, how could you go do another man's freak off? Jane says, yes, he yelled that shit. How the hell could you go do another man freak off? Bitch, you only do my freak off. It's one freak off, you do my freak off. You can't freak off with other niggas. Gargo says, then you say Sean told you, go out and fuck him. And you said no. So Diddy is so offended that she did a freak off, but it was another rapper's freak off. The audacity. The unmitigated gall. To go do another man's freak off. When you know, bitch, you mine. Diddy's, whether it's a punishment or whatever, he says, go out, because remember they're in the room now. Anton's just there. Looked like he hollered at Anton before. But they're not going to ask about that because it looked like maybe Jane wasn't present for that. So he says to her, walk your ass out this damn room and go fuck that nigga right now. Right about now. And she says, she told him no. No, I don't want to do that. Gargo says, but you didn't have sex with Anton? Jane says, not that type of sex. Garrigo says, you gave Anton oral sex, right? She says, yes, I gave him some oral sex. Garrigo says, then, after she sucked him off and slopped him up, Diddy said, I'm good. Enough. Nigga, you could go home, bro. Go home. Did you tell Anton, we're going to send you the money later? She said, I did. Garrigo says, this was the first time you ain't have an intimate moment with your partner after the entertainer left, right? Remember, after she would fuck these people, Diddy would play with the semen, or they call it liquid gold. And then Diddy would make sweet love to these women. Both Cassie and Jane Doe, aka Daphne Joy, said the payoff for sucking all the cocks we did was that Diddy would make love to us. Diddy would give us some alone time. Same thing that we're hearing from Jane Doe. So they're pointing out after this one time, Diddy does not want to have sex with her afterwards. She says this is the first time Diddy didn't want to make love afterwards. Garrigo said, and he said again, bitch, I can't believe you went to another man freak off. I can't believe you went to another man freak off. Teddy's on Diddy's side, but the important thing to ask is not if Diddy made love to her afterwards. After she sucked him off, did she bring the liquid gold back to Diddy? Did Diddy still want to play in the cum? Was he playing in the other room like it was Play-Doh? Was he still playing with the cum? Or was he that pissed off at her, he didn't give a fuck to interact with the semen? Because Diddy was a habitual peddler of man milk. That's a fact. Cool. So, he said, I can't believe you went to another man's freak off. She said yes. Garrigo says, was Diddy talking about that rapper? She says yes. Holy. Garrigo says, he just kept saying, how could you have gone to another man's freak off, right? Jane says yes. Garrigo says, after that, you called and texted each other. Jane says yes. Garrigo says, you went to see him and broke up, though, right? Jane says, yeah, we had a 8 or 9 hour breakup conversation. Garrigo says, you saw him traveling with another woman in Wyoming. So look like they break up. Diddy says, fuck it. It's the reason I got a roster. One player catch an injury. One bitch go to another man freak off. Man, cancel that hoe. Come on, you the next one. So he brings another girl on vacation. And let's see what happens. She says it upsets her. One in the chat, if you know about them ones. You break up with the chick, and then she see you with another chick, she's still mad. How does that work? I thought we was over. One in the chat, if you know about them ones. You break up. And by the way, my chat queens, y'all could, I got to protect this voice. You guys could be able to relate to this. You break up with the nigga. He says he's done. He see you with another nigga. He tight. He tight. So they break up, 8-9 hour breakup conversation. She sees Diddy with another woman. When she sees Diddy with another woman, she was tight. She says, I was home with a black eye. So apparently in the violence that Diddy did, she had a black eye. So she was nursing it at home. And she looks up on some shit like this. At least she better than Absol. I ain't gonna lie, no cap. Better than Absol. Absol's like this. Where they at? Where they at? Just put me. Where's the... It's okay. She says she had a black eye. But she could see with the other eye. Diddy was with another bitch. Garagos asked, you hadn't had forced intercourse with Anton, right? Like, you're not forced intercourse, right? She said, well, we didn't have intercourse, but it was forced oral sex. She calls it forced oral sex, people. They play a video. It's not for the public to hear. This might be a video of that moment. We don't know. They have headphones on. It's not shown in the gallery. Garagos says, I'll read his response. Combs says, I'm not going to belittle myself for someone named Bear or for my friend. That means the rapper, right? Chat, what I tell you, chat? Chat, what I tell you? Diddy was a very jealous but prideful man. Once again, Diddy was a very jealous but prideful man. Remember my theory. He was fucking with Cassie while she did A, B, C, and D. It wasn't until he seen she would still suck a trainer's dick. He said, I'm good. I'm out. It ain't no way me and a trainer could share the same pussy real estate. Even though he was having sex workers fuck her. You hear what he says here? I'm not going to belittle myself for somebody named Bear and for my friend. Basically saying, I'm not in the caliber of these niggas. I got to belittle myself, even be fucking with you if this is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. You're down to do free calls for my homie. No, I'm good. Right? Come on. You let a nigga named Bear hit. Come on. $9,000? 9,000. Bitch, I'm giving you 10 bands a month. Then I'm giving you 5 here, 7 here, 3 here, 12 here. Yo, pay the sex workers with his 15. I'm giving you whatever. You let a nigga named Bear smut you out. $9,000. Diddy, jealous, but prideful. Chat, let me see how real y'all gonna be. One in the chat, when you realize the nigga that fucks your bitch spent $0, it hit different. It do hit different. It hit different. One in the chat. Be honest. You go through her phone, she texting the nigga, calling him daddy, all type of shit. You just went crazy for her birthday. This nigga, he don't even want to get a hotel room. She still went. Oh, it hit different. It hit different. It hit different. It hit different, chat. It's one of them ones. It's one of them ones. It hit different, chat. I'm telling you. You bought her a bag. You planned a trip. You paid her car note. You threw some on the rent. Yo, cell phone under your name. You're paying everything. That's your bitch. The nigga who she texting calling him daddy, she sent one of them pictures. You ain't get a picture with her ass on the sink in years. She got one of them ones. She got like, this is if she don't got the surgery done. She got her fucking arm under the titties to prop him up. She took the picture like this. The nigga got it all. The nigga is even saying, I want a picture you squirting. You thinking, my bitch don't even squirt. She ain't squirted in years. She playing with a rose toy. You're like, what is this? You are confused. This nigga never gave her a dime. It hit different. It hit different. It hit different. Yo ass in the Cash App scrolling up thinking you'll find a nigga name. Nowhere. It's only you. It's only you. You send money for gas. You sent money for hair. You sent money for nails. You sent money for bills. You sent good morning messages. Hey, baby girl, good morning. 500. The nigga who's getting all the benefits never spent a dime. It hit different. It hit different, chat. It hit different. So Diddy is looking at it like, what the fuck? So the way I'm treating you, you're not even like, yo. Nah, freak offs is only for Sean. He treat me a little bit different. You do a freak off with my friend? Yo, what the fuck is going on in this bitch? You could tell he feels belittled. No, he feels embarrassed that she's even fucking with a nigga named Bear. He probably got some bread, not Diddy bread. That's why you can see, even by his response, I'm not going to belittle myself for someone named Bear. You notice he never said the other rapper. Maybe the other rapper got a couple millions too, or hundreds. Maybe a billionaire too. I don't know. But he don't try to belittle the other rapper. He says, my friend. She says yes. That's what he says. Garrigo says, didn't Combs write, sorry I didn't take you on trips. I was tripping. The baby daddy, you, and KK would have talked yourself into paranoia. You know who the baby daddy seemingly would mean, who that is. I know who that seemingly refers to. What do you think that means, Chad? What do you think that means, Chad? Hey, are we still on YouTube? Because it's not sending the data. It's not sending me the data that of the numbers we got. We still live. We still live. Emma Heidi, what's up with you, girl? One of my beautiful chat queens in there. She says, I like your hoodie with the rose embroidery. Just please stop calling all women gold diggers. It ain't all of us. These incels are broke and probably in debt. No female can or would sue them. Holy shit. Not my chat niggas, though. Probably some other niggas chat. My chat niggas, hustlers. You know truck drivers pulling in 6 figures a year. My Amazon drivers, they taking some extra shifts. I don't attract a broke nigga crowd, I would hope. The chat niggas are not broke niggas, but there's some broke niggas out there, and I agree with you. Okay. 4, the court staffer hands Jane a headphone and they're restarting. Combs is leaning over listening to the same headphone as Agnifilo. Garrigo says, let's pause there. You bring up OnlyFans there. You've only been on it for 4 to 5 months. You were earning well, right? She says yes. Garrigo says, you asked him why he couldn't balance it. Hotel nights and private travel. So for her, it doesn't seem like she was just saying, I don't want to do the freak offs or the hotel nights. She's just saying, why do I only have to get the nights where I'm sucking 5 niggas' dicks? Why can't I get the trips too? She wants it all. She wants it all, chat. Jane says, right. Garrigo says, you wrote, did the other girls just pressure you more? And I ain't pressure you. I just want to know where I went wrong. So essentially, Jane Doe is asking Diddy, one in the chat if you know about them ones. A chick is asking you why you fuck with them other chick if she's not enough. So she look like she's trying to get the answer. Is it because, she knows she's pretty. She knows she's pretty. She knows she's Diddy's type. Diddy date the same type of girl. You gotta look like, you know what I mean? You can't be all the way like you walked off of Rush Hour 3. But, you gotta be a little bit Asian persuasion, thick in the thighs, thick in the hips, bow. You gotta be like that. That's Diddy's type. She knows she looks good enough. She's Diddy's type. She's not insecure about her looks, but she's insecure if she's doing more than what she feels others are doing, she don't get the same treatment. So she's asking him, is it because I didn't pressure you, nigga? I should have put some pressure on you. Did other chicks pressure you more than me? I just want to know where I went wrong. Holy.
Intent to force her, because he could just think this is what she wants to do in exchange for the money.
Okay.
U.S. versus Sean Combs. It's day 20.
We're gonna go back and forth. We're waiting for some tweets to load up. Let's see if they've loaded up yet. Okay, we got some, but let me just play a few minutes of Lauren Conlon.
And it's been a really weird morning. We didn't actually start, or we didn't get Jane on the stand until about 11. There were some evidentiary issues, and then a note was passed to the judge, and he brought lead counsel as well as Tenny Garagos and Alexandra Shapiro into the roving room, obviously the government lead counsel as well, and they didn't come out for quite a long time, which caused a lot of speculation here. And now there was also some speculation, and I did speak to somebody that was very close to the government's case, that there was speculation of somebody very high profile that was friends with Diddy around the courthouse. I do not have any proof of this, or they were around the courthouse at some point. The speculation is, and the rumor is, that it was Kanye West, but again, no proof.
Yo, Ye showing up to testify. I know that bitch. She was at a freak off with me too. That fucking funky ass whore, she flashed the whole room. This bitch was down with everything. Yo, Ye. Oh shit. Ye. Somebody told me Ye was in Jersey yesterday. It would make sense that Ye shows up to court. Yo. Should I hit Ye and be like, are you in New York? Or is that like mad dick riding? Pause. Imagine he hit me back like, nigga, I'm just here for a freak off, nigga. I ain't trying to meet with no niggas right now. No niggas. No niggas. No niggas. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Give me a second. Where's Ye's number? He got a new number, I think. Fuck. Didn't I save his new number? Wait. Okay, let me not have y'all wait. I'm gonna just keep scrolling. I'm gonna find it. I don't think I saved it.
That what they were arguing about has, well, I'll just get to it, because when they came out of the roving room, Mark Agnifilo stood up and essentially said that he wanted to make something clear because he didn't have a chance to really argue this properly in the roving room, and he also wanted to ensure that his client heard his argument, and also asked for his client to be part of the next arguments when they discussed this issue. But he started off by saying that, you know, Your Honor, trials are public so that the public can come forward with information that they have while following or viewing these trials. And he kind of said, and that's exactly what happened. So he brought up a January 2024 hotel incident in Las Vegas with a few people present, 7 or 8 people. And it sounded like he wanted the names of these people to be public. And the government did not, and the judge essentially ruled that these names would not become public. But they're still going to have more discussions about this. So, you know, we'll see. But yeah, it was interesting. And if you recall from the direct testimony, Jane had said she took a Vegas trip with another rapper and his girlfriend in January of 2024. And they saw Anton, the adult film star. So this is kind of pertaining to that. So I will get into that portion of the testimony, but this led me to believe, well, number one, was that rapper Kanye West? Number two, did he hear that this was talked about during direct, and did he come forward with more information for the defense to have during their cross-examination? And was that possibly why he was here? I don't know. Again, me speculating. So, but let's get into the facts of today, shall we? So we started back where we left off yesterday with Cassie's lawsuit. Jane got wind of the lawsuit. She was very upset. She said that, you know, she was reading it. She did not realize that Cassie had done the same things that she had done, and she ended up, you know, sharing her feelings with Diddy. And
all right, I found his number. I texted him.
Diddy had said to her, this, you know,
Big Ak and Ye stream
type of thing. And, you know, they were not together anymore because we had established they had broken up. She was upset that he took someone else to London, and she was just jealous. Yeah, they broke up. So, but she said to him, you know, like, I felt this way. I felt like 98% of the time I was, obligated, this and that. And we heard a voice note or a voice memo from Diddy that was partially redacted. But he basically said, I didn't know you felt this way. How do I make it right? How do we move forward, et cetera, et cetera. And also, there was some argument about Jane's diary entries coming into play about how she felt, during this time. I don't think those are going to be entered into evidence because they were, she wrote this after Cassie's lawsuit. So the defense had kind of argued, well, she already saw this settlement. She already saw all of this.
Okay, there is some things that we could process. Here we go. Now, it looks like at least Kanye is going to show up for probably the support. Here we go.
The entire courthouse is saying that Kanye is coming to court today or tomorrow. Will he actually show up? I don't know. He did land in Newark last night. Would it be the best thing in culture if he showed up? Yes. Did I tell the Shade Room last week that the best thing to happen to this trial would be for Kanye to come? Yes, I did. So obviously, I'm rooting for him to come. Let's find out. We've got 4 hours left today, and then we have all day tomorrow. So I would love to see Ye in court with Bianca in a black spandex fit. Bring it. That would be fantastic for this trial. The entire courthouse is saying that Kanye is...
All right, so Kanye might be showing up to at least support. That would be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Wow. Okay. Let me keep listening to a few things. Give me 4 or 5 more minutes, and then we're going to get back to the tweets, okay? We're going to play Lauren. She only has 5 minutes left.
So, how is it fair that all of a sudden the wheels are turning? And yeah. So there were text messages read by Tenny. The jury was shown these, I guess. We did not see them, where it was November of 2023 or perhaps December. It was December of 2023. Diddy said, I don't want to fight. What's the solution here? We're going into a new year. And Jane had said she wanted $100,000 per year of being with him and doing these hotel nights, which was 3 years. And she wanted the love contract to play out, and she wanted him to continue to pay his rent. I don't know if he paid her this money. We did not hear about that. But she did not speak to him in all of January, but he still paid her rent, and Christina Courtroom made sure of that. We also heard from Tenny that she spoke to her friends about this, and one of her friends had said to her, well, you set the tone in your relationship, what do you expect? And that in January, not only did she go to Vegas 2024, but she went to Paris as well. And Tenny made sure to say something that she texted her friends, like, now I just need a Saudi prince, quote unquote. So, then they talk about this Vegas trip with this rapper and his girlfriend, how they flew on his private jet. And Tenny said he's an iconic rapper and he's very good friends with Mr. Combs. They are very close. That's why I thought maybe Kanye. I don't know. So she talks about how they landed. They go to a play. They go to dinner. And at dinner, she sees Anton, the adult film star that she and Diddy have used. And she's surprised, but she doesn't say anything. They go to a strip club. Later, they go back to the hotel. And it's the encore, and Anton is having intercourse with another.
I did get confirmation. Ye is in New York.
Watching and partying, and I guess this rapper tells her that he's always wanted to do her or be with her, and he thinks she's beautiful, whatever. And Tenny said, oh, is this before or after you flashed everyone your breasts? And Jane says, I don't remember, but yes, I did flash everyone my breasts. I was dancing in the moment. So again, I was like, oh, is this more information that the defense just got wind of? Because I felt like the government has done a good job of getting ahead of some salacious things, so their witness doesn't necessarily look bad on the stand, etc. So yes, that was that. Then, she also said that they asked her if she knew anyone else in the lifestyle they could call. And she said yes. And she texted Cabral, one of she and Diddy's entertainers. And Tenny was like, okay, well, why'd they ask you that? And she was...
Yo, chat. I'm looking up this other story on this other monitor right here. When you see me look there, I'm kind of trying to get a handle of it. There was a fucking plane crash and a nigga jumped out the plane and survived? What the fuck? Chat, is this fucking real? They're saying there's a plane crash in India. And the motherfucker at the exit row said, oh, fuck this. Kicked the motherfucking door open, hopped out that bitch, and he alive and everybody dead. Nah, this is a movie. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
It was like, oh, maybe they picked up on my energy or maybe they knew. And then she talked about seeing Diddy again in February of 2024 for her birthday and how, you know, he did this great birthday thing for her. And Tenny brings up that she had meetings with both, Jane had meetings with both the government and the defense, and the government was present for the defense's meetings. So she brings up, well, did you sleep or be with an entertainer, Dawn, the night of your birthday? Because didn't you say that, you know, Diddy did such a good job with your birthday, you agreed to it? And she said yes, because they did, in fact, call Dawn the entertainer that night, even though it was their first night together in a long time, etc. She said that she loved what he did for her birthday, so she agreed to Dawn. And then talked about changes in Diddy after Cassie's lawsuit. You know, she said he was more loving, he was acting different, he was more apologetic, he listened. And then we get to their fight in June of 2024. And essentially Tenny just wanted to sort of say that, or bring up that she started it. They were having a good time. She didn't have proof that this other woman was on this trip with his family that he just took, and that she's the one that slammed his head into the marble, called him a pedo, and you know, said that he's disgusting and that she hates him, threw candles at him, and that he didn't actually put his hands on her until she tried to run out the door or something. And then Tenny
So chat, it can't be that woman, that Jessie May girl. She's in her 30s. Remember, at the time, what's her name was in her 30s too? Daphne. A woman in her 30s think anybody below 25 is a teenager. Yep. So it has to be a woman that's 25 or younger. When a woman get in her 30s, if she see you with somebody that's less than 25, she think you're dating a child. That's fact. One in the chat if you know what I'm talking about.
kind of said, okay, and then when you came back, he didn't initially like punch you in the head. You started calling him names again, and then you punched him first and he punched you back. And so she just kind of said, you know, she just wanted to get that out there. So again, she wanted to indicate that Jane started it, type of thing. So they have to.
You're losing track of the entertainers' names? Okay. Let me get a crash course. It's different niggas than was with Cassie. Don is Diddy's favorite. Don, whatever he got going on, Diddy like him. Daphne likes Anton. They're hot and cold on Paul. Who else? It's a lot of man meat in this. Don, Paul, Anton, a few other ones. When they come up, I'll tell you how they've been mentioned. Let's get back to the tweets. So apparently, there's a conversation that happens or something. So pause there. You bring up OnlyFans. You only were on it for 4 or 5 months, right? You were earning well, right? Jane says, yep. OnlyFans was doing me good. By the way, chat, I'm very disappointed. My Discord community, very disappointed with y'all. For research purposes, I couldn't find anything that could resemble what the hell she was supposed to on OnlyFans. For research purposes, that I could be more of an informed broadcaster. Usually Discord's on it. Disappointed. But I know y'all get it right. Not saying post it in the Discord, because we don't support, posting any pornographic images. Anyway. Okay. Gargo says, didn't you ask why he couldn't balance the private travel and hotel nights? I asked him that, right. You wrote, did the other girls pressure him more? And she didn't. She wanted to know where she went wrong. Gargo says, didn't Combs said, that bitch, that's my friend. That's my friend. I was okay where we should stop. What? Now press play and stop. What? Garrigo says, you said we broke up and I went to one birthday party. Not with the rapper. So Diddy is insecure that, again, Diddy has a weird mind. He's had dozens of men fuck these women. She's even had an all-star freak off. But Diddy is insecure that she is now doing this activity with another man. Diddy refers to this other man as his friend. Ye text me back. Ye is confirmed. I'll read the text. I said, you in New York? He said, yes, sir. I don't know. Ye text weird. I'm in hibernation mode, though. I came to go to a graduation. I don't know if I should have doxed that. My bad. That is dox him? Fuck. Who the hell's graduating? My bad. I haven't been on the net. Are you out here? I let him know. Big Ack, I'm in Jersey. Stop playing. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's good. So once you say I'm in hibernation mode, we're not doing streams. We're not doing interviews. You know, you're just vibing. We vibing. Let me tell you this. One thing when you deal with artists, you got to respect them. If you don't respect them, you shouldn't link with them. You shouldn't talk with them. Also, sometimes I'm like that. You know, sometimes your entire life is given to people. When somebody says, I want to be by myself, want to be alone. See, I wouldn't even ask him, oh, you at the trial? None of my business. It's cool. We love Ye. One in the chat if we still love Ye. Y'all, you know y'all can't turn me against Ye, right? I love Ye. One in the chat if we still love Ye. Ye's unk at this point. Oh, my bad. Fuck. We still love Ye. Look at my girl Ray. She says 2, nigga. We don't love him like that. Okay. All right. We're still here. So, chat, we're going to just down that a little bit. You know, the way how I maintain relationships with artists, I'm never thirsty for content. Now, I ain't going to cap with you. And I'll tell y'all, I would say to him normally, because when I start building a relationship with a rapper, I might be like, nigga, fuck the cameras, fuck the content. Let's link up and let's have dinner, or let's just let me pop up by a studio session. Let's drink. But reading this lawsuit, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know about that one yet. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. We love Ye. Anyway, let's get back to it. And by the way, none of y'all try to get me say nothing bad about Ye. I try to treat people, despite what y'all think about him, how they treat me. He's treated me well. I love his music. All the other shit, it's not even for me to comment on. Like, I don't got to agree, but I don't got to denounce him. Chill. All right, let's go. By the way, let me just do a wellness check on my chat. Everybody's good? If everybody's good, just spam a scorpion. I need to check every platform. I got to make sure if y'all need me to slow it down, speed it up, switch topics, you're bored, cut the stream, whatever y'all want. I'm with y'all. Let me go check over R Block.